Welcome to Kent, Ohio, and Dick Stadium, home to the Golden Flashes of Kent State. And while to some it may seem like a small blip across the college football landscape, this place has been the home to legends like Lambert, Edelman, James, Holtz, and of course, Saban. Today, an in-state clash between two teams from the state of Ohio, and here football is important, and beating an in-state rival carries a little more weight. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Ohio Bobcats, taking on a team who is rested and ready coming up. Golden Flashes will put total leather to crank us up. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Bobcats offense will get the first crack at it here. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Navarro. They're trying to get to him. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
And the Bobcats will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So the Kent State Golden Flashes offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Trying to get to him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Golden Flashes headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Feeling some heat. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Great job by the pass rush up front. 3rd and long situation. They're anticipating pass, and they know the quarterback's going to have to hold on to the football. Nice job pinning their ears back and getting home.
The Golden Flashes decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field.
The expressway is wide open, and he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Quarterback on the keeper. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. The Bobcats come to the line with a new set of downs. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a first down in the red zone at the 11. He wants to throw. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. To the air, it's Navarro. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bobcats.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia Southern has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Freedom took flight in the pregame, but this has been a good one inside Paulson Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Colorado State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the Golden Flashes moving quickly to the line. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. The give on the counter. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Caught behind the line. It's Martin. The Golden Flashes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Ohio U offense returns to the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Back to pass, it's Navarro. Fires left. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the Bobcats will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And they'll down this punt just inside the 40-yard line. First down here for the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. On target over the middle. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. He's looking to throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Got a man, it's Martin. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Looking to move it through the air. grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. This will likely be the last play of the half.
Brings up second down.
They're bringing heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Kent. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And just like that, let's send it back to the fellas at Dick's Stadium.
The Bobcats will boot it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Grab behind the line. It's Martin. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. He looks that one in nicely. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Looking downfield, it's Ulatowski. Going to try to get it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And the Golden Flashes want to move quickly. Takes the handoff. It's Thomas. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Golden Flashes! And that one will give them the lead. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it.
Ohio, 7.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. Ohio U ready to go back to work on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass, it's Navarro. Gets it out quickly.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Guys, that'll do it for the quarter, and it's Kent State on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third. And the Bobcats will punt it away on fourth down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Now on the return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
The Golden Flashes want to crank the tempo.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays.
Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the fourth quarter. Time to go win it.
Ohio takes over. The Bobcat offense heads to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Back to throw, it's Navarro. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. This is the type of play that could be a pivotal moment. Tight game, third and long coming. Pressure coming. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
The Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And to use that stiff arm as a sledgehammer to bludgeon his way to a few extra yards.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
To the ground with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. And the Golden Flashes will hustle to the line. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a 1-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On 2nd down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. They'll give it to the back. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. This was hardly an offensive juggernaut, but sometimes you lean on your defense and grind out a win.
This was a defensive struggle, no doubt about it, but we know this is a team game, and the defense certainly did what they needed to do. The offense just barely did enough. That's the important part, and David, moving forward, they're going to have to play better on that side of the ball.
I think it looked more like an offensive struggle, not a defensive struggle. They definitely brought their A game, but listen, all you needed was enough points. Win, advance, build some confidence, find some things with this offense down the road that you do better.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm